Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones using the Bill Williams trading theory or trading strategy? So yesterday I pointed out that we had a rejection bar off this level, and the closing bar of yesterday is yet another rejection bar. I would have preferred seen it being red, but it is a green bar, which gives me a little bit of worry as to whether I want to be short or not. So the thing that I want to do is I just want to highlight this zone. So you can see these two tails on the daily. That is the area that I want to see broken. If we break through that, then I would expect us to come down and challenge this area here. Okay, we would still be in the uptrend, but it would be a nice deep retracement for another move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. However, there are a couple of things which are kind of bugging me at the moment. So the first one is this move here is looking like a wedge break. Okay, so there is a possibility that this level holds. Now you can see this level is quite wide. So it's a 50-point zone that I'm watching, and I would expect us to bounce off this level, and I would like to see us bounce and test this breakout of the alligator. So I'd like to see us come back into the teeth, even into the jaws, and then bounce off to the downside. The other thing that we need to pay attention to is that we have had a breakout, and we're now busy testing the breakout of the closing range. Okay, so this is leading me to believe that this is not a wedge, or even if it is a wedge, a bounce back up into the top of the range, or in 50% of the range here, is highly probable. So you can see how the oscillators are grouped together as well. So there is a fairly good chance that we bounce to the top here. Now, let's get down to the 12-minute. So we could also be forming a double bottom here. Okay, so let's get rid of all this noise. So this could also be a consolidation. So triangle consolidation. It could be we could expect a breakout of that level, or alternatively of that level. So these two fractals, that fractal, that fractal. So that is the current scenario. So you can see how if this pattern holds and we break below here, then you're definitely looking for shorts. If we break to the upside, I would expect us to rally to the 200 moving average before continuing to the downside. Okay, this is not a valid fractal break, because the reason I say that is if you look on the 30-minute, you'll see a break above here on the 30 would not be convincing in sense of being above the teeth of the alligator. Okay, so the 12-minute would be very convincing, because we see we are above the alligator here. So the break above it would be convincing, but on the higher time frames, it's not. Okay, so I'm kind of the view that we consolidate, maybe bounce up a little bit, and what would make sense is a bounce up to the 200 moving average. Why I say that is this is the range right now, and if I do that, you'll see the breakout target would be the underside of the 200 moving average, at which point I would be looking for a short. Okay, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because right now, the 30-minute and the 1 hour, the trend is down. So trend is down, I expect to trade with the trend and looking for a entry. So I'm looking for a bounce up and then a move to the downside. Okay, so there's a lot of geopolitical noise. There's a lot of there's trade wars that are, trade tariffs that are kicking in. We've got political noise happening. You know, Trump is in a panic state at the moment. If you look at how many tweets he's been putting out over the last 2 or 3 days. So this kind of just makes me wary of with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. So trade what you see. and pay attention to this level here, this 25688, because that a break below, well, it's actually a break below this tail here, and you can see this level is 25680. So a break below 25680, you can see there's a lot of interaction with this area, is going to validate a pretty strong downward move, and that measured move would pretty much be this cup and handle or head and shoulders or range, whatever you want to call it. But that would target this area of 25470. Okay, and I'd actually just fine tune it to there, and I would target 25517 to 25500. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. We're going to have to watch and see what happens with this consolidation that's happening in between these two blue lines right now. And I will definitely be watching the 12 minutes, and my bias is the downside. So you can see at the moment this is rejecting off this level, and we want to see it get below 25680. Okay, so that's my take on the Dow. Hope it helps. Keep those stops really tight and enjoy your day. I'll catch up with you later. Cheers.